Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Kentucky's offense takes the field. It's a basketball state. There's no question about that. But when they square off for the Governor's Cup, oh, football is big time.
Oh, it's so beautiful, too. And usually interconference rivalry game, too. It means a lot to these fans, and the bragging rights are rich.
Yeah, you're right, guys. It's not just horse racing in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. They play a big-time football game here as well. I've actually called this game before. These fans get hyped.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn on field, and you saw that right there.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw it again. They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Comes out throwing on first down. Dumps it to the back. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. These two first met in 1912, and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, and Tim Couch at Kentucky. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that.
And he's got it inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. From the one, it's first and goal as they try to open the scoring here. The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
So the Louisville Cardinals offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
It was the Cardinals in a beatdown of the Cats in their last meeting.
These are two schools obviously playing in different conferences, but winning this game matters, especially on the recruiting trail. That really helped Louisville last season.
Yeah, and especially winning in that fashion. Like, we're talking about what rivalry? Like, we own you. We own conference bragging rights. A lot of positives for Louisville a year ago.
Back to throw, it's right. Finds his tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
He's going to pass on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Stone. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's caught inside the 25. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the... He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
Got a man, it's Bell. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Brown has it. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Looking downfield, it's right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. Handoff to the single back. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the ground. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
They keep attacking through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Quarterback will audible. To the air on first down. They're bringing heat. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He fires one deep over the middle. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Going up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
This time is complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to take off. Short gain on the play before he slides. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw, it's right. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And he missed it. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking for a man, it's right. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Cardinals have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And now on second down for this offense.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On second down, wants to throw it. And now they've lost the ball here. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. That ball was just lying there forever in the end zone, and the defense finally pounced on it. They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This game might be out of reach by now, Jesse, if not for the benevolence of these guys.
I tell you, I give them credit offensively because they've been aggressive. They just haven't always been calculated, David. They've been way too cavalier.
Looking for a huge play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the...
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. simple analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Here's the handoff. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing run.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
Man, that D tackle is a free. See him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back. Cat-like quickness.
Trying play action. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be...
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Linebackers have a tough job, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run. But you can see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky. C-A-T-S, Cats, 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 as Kentucky builds this lead.
It feels like it's been a fast break on the basketball court here for a while now. Kentucky showing the speed all over the field, coming away from Louisville.
Yeah, taking care of business, taking care of emotions. The battle, obviously, of Kentucky. They're doing everything they need to do.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Not a lot of room. It found its way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw. It's right. He tries to take the top off. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Offense gets set for second down. Scanning the field. It's right. Quick completion on the out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. All wideouts, no backs. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Dropping back, it's right. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Hits the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. Brings it in down the left side. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Wildcats! And the punishment has been extended.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six. What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal with the 1. Slams it ahead. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Gets it out fast. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Looking to go up top on first down. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Looking to throw, it's right. Makes the grab down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. The sure hands, it's Bell. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Tackle is made at the 43. Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. He's looking to throw it. Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and...
Looking for a deep man. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense getting set for first down. To the air, it's right. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold.
First down.
Right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd down, going up top. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. What's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.